So like most things on this channel, today's gonna be less like an actual recipe and more focused on a technique, or in this case, an important ratio. So after watching this video, you're gonna be able to make any kind of stuffing you want using a number of various completely customizable ingredients. All said, I will provide you with a tried and true classic bread stuffing recipe. I'm gonna be cooking it in this video, and I'll also pop the exact measurements below. A kick-arse part about making stuffing like this is it's super do-aheadable. When the big day rolls around, you have 1,000 things to prepare and think about. It's nice to be able to do a couple of things ahead to really get you ahead, so this is one of those things. And whether you call it stuffing or dressing, good stuffing should take you on a textural journey. You should go on a textural adventure. And that textural adventure starts with the bread. I'm gonna make a classic bread stuffing, so we're gonna use a hearty white sandwich bread. I like my bread unsliced for this so that I can control the size of the pieces. Slice that bread into 1.5 2-inch cubes, something like that. I like my pieces on the bigger side because when they're sliced up, these guys kind of act like little flavor sponges, soaking up whatever liquids you throw at them. Weigh out 1 pound or 454 grams of bread, then pour it over a sheet tray and let the cubes dehydrate in a 250 degree Fahrenheit, 121 degrees Celsius oven for 45 minutes to an hour, or until the little pieces are hardened and crunchy. Now on to the additional flavorings. I'm going to use all the usual suspects and dice up 1 large onion, 5 celery sticks, 5 cloves of minced garlic, and some hearty winter herbs. If you're feeling spicy or just want to get creative, now is the time to prep your proteins, vegetables, and get your spices ready, etc. I prefer fresh herbs over the standard dry poultry seasoning, so here we just have some thyme, rosemary, and sage. We need a tablespoon of chopped thyme and rosemary and 2 tablespoons of chopped sage. I feel like sage is a super underrated and underappreciated herb. Throughout the rest of the year, it's usually banished to like breakfast sausage, but you know, on Thanksgiving, you'll find it all over the place in a number of different dishes. It has this gorgeous, distinct flavor, and I really like to make sure the aroma stays front and center in the stuffing. Crack 2 eggs, then whisk them up. These guys are going to help bind everything together. Set those aside. By now, the bread should be roasty toasty. Remove it from the oven and transfer all the cubes to a large mixing bowl or another large container, and just set that aside for now. So the bread's ready to go. Let's go back to the flavor base. Add 1 stick of unsalted butter and 4 tablespoons of chicken fat to a pan on medium heat. And you can sub the chicken fat for another half stick of butter or just leave it out completely. I know it seems like a ton of fat, and that's because it is, but you know, it's also going to be distributed throughout the entire dish, so don't worry. Once the fat is melted down, add in the diced onion and season. We're just going to give these onions a bit of a head start before we add the rest of the ingredients. Sweat the onions until aromatic and they start to look kind of clear. Then add in 5 sticks of diced celery, 5 cloves of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of chopped sage, and the tablespoon each of chopped thyme and rosemary. After that, a little salt and pepper over the top, and now just cook that down on medium heat for 5 to 10 more minutes or until everything is softened and smells fantastic. Once things smell and look good enough to make you react like that, pour the entire buttery veg mixture over the dehydrated bread cubes and mix thoroughly. Once the buttery veg mixture is worked into the bread, it's time for the liquid. We need 2 cups or 454 grams of cold liquid. I'm using chicken stock, but feel free to use another poultry stock or whatever liquid complements your flavoring. Making sure that the liquid is cold at this stage is going to cool down the hot buttery bread mixture, so just feel free to work it in with your hands if you want. We want the bread to be moist all the way to the core, but not sopped and soaking and nasty. Okay, hold up, pause. Let's go back for a second. The key to the perfect stuffing is in the ratio. That is, by weight, 100% bread to 100% liquid to 20% eggs. Then after that, any additional flavors. So, for example, 1 pound of bread to 2 cups stock to 2 whole eggs, and of course any additional flavorings like the buttery veg mixture that we made, that'll do it. Once you understand this golden stuffing ratio, you'll be able to make any variation of stuffing you can imagine. Okay, back to the video. This is going to be our last chance to check for seasoning before we add the eggs, so taste some of the bread and make any adjustments that you need to. In with the 2 eggs, then mix. And because our stuffing mixture is already room temp, we don't need to worry about scrambling the eggs, so yeah. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 176 Celsius, then butter a baking dish thoroughly. I'm baking my stuffing in a 13x9 casserole dish, but feel free to use whatever you want. If you want crispy edges, don't skimp on the butter. First, I like to go around and pack down the stuffing into the dish, then use the side of my fork or spoon to make the upper crust craggly. This way, we get crusty edges with a nice textured top crust. Then into a preheated oven for 45 minutes to an hour, or until the stuffing is golden bee like that. Once the stuffing is baked to your desired consistency and reads 160 Fahrenheit or 71 Celsius in the middle of the dish, you're ready to serve. And really, stuffing done this way is just a savory bread pudding. It should have an exterior like a golden brown shell with an ooey gooey inside. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you kind of have this crispy outer, like buttery shell that sort of surrounds this like gooey, moist interior. Color's beautiful. I mean, this is good stuff, guys. And I want to thank Chef Jacob Burton for teaching this stuffing ratio over on his YouTube channel. He's a kick-ass chef, got a lot of great videos. Go peep him if you're interested in that. And you know, the holidays are coming up and I want to prepare y'alls for it, so keep your head on a swivel for more holiday-inspired videos coming your way. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. It's great to have you. But if you're a veteran, I also want to say thank you for sticking around, for watching my videos, supporting the channel in this little corner of the internet. For real, you guys are dope, and I couldn't do without you. I hope you guys have a blast customizing your own stuffing this year. If you make anything cool and worthwhile, worth sharing, hit me up on Instagram. I love to see what you guys cook and create and conjure up in the kitchen. As usual, let me know if you have any additional questions in the comments below. I will do my best to answer you guys if I can answer you guys. And I will see y'alls next week. Toodaloo.